Hello there, this is Toyworld's TW04 Aurora. I almost said grind rod out of habit. You know, this is Aurora. This is the second figure in the range. Here's grind rod for comparison. See, they're about the same size. There's a very good reason for that. Grind rod is a little bit shorter in car mode, but you'll see why in due course once I show you the fantastic combine mode, which, well, the fantastic beginnings of the combine mode. Aurora is a Land Rover Evoque. It's a British car, and just to prove that it is a British car, he even has a British license plate on the back, which has his name on it, Aurora, which I think is great. And he's got a big gun on the side there. It's a very different style from Grind Rod's gun. It's a more traditional looking rifle. It's not bad, it's quite distinctive. It's got the same blue as the plastic that is revealed in robot mode. Normally I would stow it. There's a space underneath, just behind the feet. It can kind of fold up as the engine. I don't want to fold this in all the way, because once I fold it in, the joint is so tight that it's almost impossible to get it back out. That's good, it means the barrel doesn't droop, but it's bad because I can't transform it. Oh, what have I done? No, it's okay, I can get it. Yeah, it gets more stiff as it goes closer to the gap, the trench where it's supposed to stow. So that's not ideal, but there you go. Life goes on. So Aurora forms, like Grind Rod, the leg
and foot.
Yep, leg and foot of the eventual combined form. The whole front. Come on now. There we are. The whole front end. Oh, the bonnet slides forward, which is a nice touch. Front of the bonnet slides forward to give you a bit more leeway. Again, the paint applications are very nice. They're not quite as neat as on Grind Rod. This guy, I think, was...
Grill.
Sorry?
He has a grill in there.
Well, that's true, yes. I mean, the radiator is very fine detail. It must be very difficult to do. But there is the occasional just slight going over the edges in some of the paint details. Aurora was quite late to a lot of distributors. I got this from Chi Mung Mung, which I mentioned before, an online store that sells out of Hong Kong. They were 6 weeks late, I think, getting this guy. He was due out in mid-March, and they didn't get him until the end of April. So maybe there were issues at the factory end that led to this guy being a bit late out. Anyway, he stands like this. Grind Rod stands like this. That comes out, and this comes out, and I will lose this at some point in the future, but hopefully not. And these sockets are pretty much the same height. You see there's a slight extension there, and a slight indentation there, so I think when presumably wide load becomes the lower torso, they'll dock in like that.
Plug straight in, hopefully.
One would hope. So we'll get these guys out of the way, and let's see what this guy looks like as a robot. Once again, as we come to expect from Toyworld, the engineering is very clever. It actually comes apart at the front a bit more easily than Grind Rod, which is a bit of a relief. Now, the doors, this is very clever. The feet assembly is just fantastic. The wheel folds in, the door rotates 180 degrees, pushes back in after sliding out. The door folds over the wheel to form a heel, and then the front of the car becomes the toe. We'll do the same to the other side. Come on. Oh dear. Come on. There we go. The joints are just a little bit more loose on Aurora than on Grind Rod, which comes as a bit of a relief when you're transforming it, actually. I mean, it is great that Grind Rod has really stiff joints and can probably hold up a lot of weight if you want to do various action poses, but it's not ideal for everyday transformation and use. And if you enjoy the engineering on these guys as much as I do, you'll probably, if you own them, be transforming them a lot. One improvement over Grind Rod is that the roof and the back don't pop out when you transform it. There we go. Split these round. Again, the clearance on the back wheels is quite quite slim and limited, so you've got to be careful when you're rotating it, so you don't get anything in the way. There we are. And the whole roof folds over there, and that's great. Everything tucks together, all the kibble straight out there.
Stowed away neatly on the back.
Yep, arms come up. Come on, arms come up. There we go, these come forward again. A lot of the engineering is similar. It is a very different toy than Grind Rod, but the engineering in the arms and legs is pretty well. No, the engineering in the arms and torso are similar. The windscreen is quite clever. It comes up like this. The head is sometimes quite difficult. There we are. Head is a wee bit reluctant to come up. That it folds up, and we're all set. That's Grind Rod. No, it's not. Grind Rod's down there.
That's Aurora.
This is Aurora, or Searchlight if you prefer. I meant to mention this is based on Searchlight from the Throttlebots. This is Aurora in robot mode. And he's looking pretty suave, I think. He stands well. He's well balanced, well weighted. The paint is quite nice. As I say, it's not as flawless as on Grind Rod, but he can hold his weapon better, which is nice. But unfortunately that weapon doesn't stow very well because of the very tight joint on there, as I mentioned. He looks the part. I like him.